about it. If it's a sustainable metropolis, I
Yeah.
mean, it could pay
I
itself
saw
back.
another
Like-
one that like a guy wants to build like an underwater city, like fucking BioShock type shit. Like he wants to build like an Atlantis type city, just like I don't know how you would do it, like a dome underwater or something, but like build a sustainable city underwater.
What about
Like-
earthquakes?
You'd be fucked. I don't know. I don't know how you would do that.
That shit.
I don't even know how
crazy.
you would build a city under the water. Like
Imagine that shit flooding.
Squad Pod. Squad Pod.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Squad Pod, episode 58. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So we have actually kind of a big announcement that we're going to make for this episode starting next week. So not this episode, obviously, but next episode. We're actually going to change not the format of the podcast, but the release schedule of it a little bit. We're actually going to go with a bi-weekly schedule, hoping that we can kind of fine-tune the focus of the podcast, make sure that we always have solid topics to bring you guys, have some really good conversations and everything, just to overall make the quality of it better. But in those off weeks, we can use that towards creating non-podcast related stuff, which actually seems to be doing really well. I think we just got to make more of it. So
more
Wyatt's been
reviews,
he has
gaming
3 movie
stuff.
reviews that we've been wanting to do for a month now that we just
I got a list of them, but we also have something big planned in October, so we're probably not going to get any more reviews through September. Just look for a lot of stuff coming in October. I don't want to spoil anything though.
Yeah, no spoilers. But
No spoilers.
yeah, Wyatt's got like a whole buffet cooking right now for
I got a lot of
stuff.
ideas, man.
So
A lot of ideas.
So yeah, if and then I would like to actually cut up some of the podcast to make some more highlights like we used to in the beginning, but the shorts seem to be doing really well. If anyone watching is subscribed because of those, or if you just watch them, thank you, because I mean they're not that hard to make and they're fun to make and they're fun to watch. You get to see the whole podcast kind of clipped up in a minute. So hopefully
See
we can
what we're about.
take some of the podcasts, give like shorter clips of it that's a little bit more consumable, just like Vernon did with the last episode of Squad Pod Sports. If you haven't seen that, because of their
Exactly. Check out our week 1 picks for the NFL season. Short little video where our normal podcasts are like over an hour long whenever we do Squad Pod Sports, but this one's like 13 minutes. You can just quickly watch our see if you want to see what our picks are. I added little funny faces of me and Wyatt on what team we picked too. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and if I
cool.
understood them earlier that they were saying their pick percentage is extremely high, so they're pretty much experts at this. So
We're not telling you.
So.
Yeah, we're pretty much experts. We're not telling you to make picks off of our picks, but it might help you. We're not saying
it might help you. I'm just saying, like, to be honest with you, if you were watching last season, we were going like 9-2 every week. Like it's incredible. So I don't want to jinx us, like knock on wood, but like we do make some good picks. So definitely check that out.
Waves 5 Media is not responsible for any monetary loss.
Yes, we want to make that known. We are not telling you to make any of these picks. That's on your doing.
Yeah.
So,
please gamble responsibly.
I'm the only gambling loss I'm responsible is my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully the content that's being produced reflects the changes. And of course, if it doesn't work out, we can always go back to what we were doing. We still plan on doing stuff every week. It's just we just want to continue what we're doing.
Bring in like content. We're just trying to bring more content.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just gotta we gotta fine tune it a little bit. We've got this machine that we've finally got going. We just gotta oil it and tweak it and replace a few parts once in a while.
Find a way to place the gears so it runs smoothly.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so thank you everyone who has watched, listened, liked, subscribed, shared, followed, whatever. Just thank you guys for everything. So
yeah, it means a lot.
Yeah. But Anyway, episode 58 is going to kick off with the PlayStation Showcase, right, Wyatt?
Yes, the PlayStation Showcase was today, and normally these things like these pretty much take the place of going to E3 now for Sony. They just kind of hold a couple different press conferences throughout the year. Some big, some are like little mini indie things. I really wasn't expecting too much going into this. Like I
Today
heard a
was
little
big one.
heard a little bit of rumors about them possibly unveiling like a Metal Gear Solid like remake, like completely for like the original PS1 game. Unfortunately, didn't get unveiled at all. But this was a huge showcase, actually. Like there was a lot of information. Some games we already knew that were coming out. Some games that were just freshly announced today, and it just blew people's minds, including my own.
Yeah.
Like the first one that was announced, the first one they even shown was the Knights of the Old Republic remaster.
Which I can't wait to play that shit. Like is it a full remake or just like a remat? Like what?
It just says remake coming to PS5. They talked to like one of the developers I watched afterwards, and they said they can't divulge too much information right now. But they just said it's going to be very loyal to the original game. Like I'm guessing it's going to be from the ground up at this point.
I can't wait.
I'm
man.
assuming it is.
That's going to be so
especially
good.
with them not showing anything. Like it's going to be how the Dead Space remake is coming out, where it's like they didn't really show too much just because they're still working on it. So I'm guessing it's not going to be like extra textures on top of the old ones. They're like probably building it from the ground up.
It's just
going to be huge.
The same game just remade.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which it's going to be awesome for a lot, especially like all these kids that never played them back in the day.
I never played it. I've never played a Star Wars game, I think, ever, other than Battlefront. I've played Battlefront with you guys, but
Battlefront.
I've definitely never played an RPG.
Man.
Oh, and
you
I
never
guess
played
the
like the Force Unleashed and shit back then?
Oh, I didn't play anything, man.
Damn,
play shit.
You missing out?
I still gotta watch the movies.
Stuff.
Me and Brittany still plan on watching them. So
yeah,
I've seen the original trilogy. I haven't watched the rest.
Yeah,
whatever. I'll get it. I'll get
it's
that.
understandable. But we had two huge announcements. Insomniac brought it today. Not only did they announce Spider-Man 2, like straight up Spider-Man 2, the sequel from a game like 3 years ago that came out now. That's coming out in 2023. Craven's going to be in that, and Venom that we know of, because it was Craven's voiceover over the trailer, and then we get a look at Venom at the very end. But it's like, will it be multiplayer? Because it shows Miles Morales and Peter Parker fighting.
Oh my god!
So is it going to be like multiplayer where like me and Vern are going to be able to like fight these dudes together, swing around open world,
like
New York City,
just
be like, "Yo, where you at? I'm in my Manhattan.
Yeah,
there's a big robbery going on over here. All right, I'm on my way. Like that would be amazing. Don't get my hopes up for that.
Different moves together and stuff. That would be awesome.
Oh my god,
that would be some next level shit.
Venom in the game is a huge reveal, man. Like that's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
I'm super excited for that.
Of course, I
haven't finished Miles Morales yet, but I'm almost through it.
Yeah, and I mean, spoiler alert, it was pretty much teased at the very end of the first Spider-Man with Venom. I'm not gonna say how or anything, but it's pretty much teased that Venom or Carnage was gonna be in the next one, and it turns out, sure enough, Venom's gonna be in this. And it looks gorgeous. Like, even though it's like a cinematic trailer, it looks amazing.
No, that's what it's going to look like because that's how the last two games look.
Exactly.
Like, it looks as good as that trailer, honestly. Miles Morales on my PS4 looks gorgeous. So I can only imagine how good it looks on PS5, you know?
Yeah. And not only did they announce that, they also announced a short little trailer for their Wolverine game that's coming out, which they didn't release like any information other than that trailer.
The trailer
and
looks
I imagine
like
that one's coming out before Spider-Man, I'm assuming.
Because Spider-Man 2 was like 2023.
Yeah, 2023. So I'm assuming Wolverine's coming out like next year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My guess is. But I don't even know. Is it going to be open world? How's it going to work?
People to make 4 games already. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Right after Miles Morales, you're already making Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. Like, how?
Jesus.
I mean, clearly the games are successful, so maybe
they're awesome.
Well, they're also like PlayStation exclusives too now.
Yeah.
So it like they got Sony backing.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
much as they
They got
need
that
to make
Sony's
Sony
like,
checkbook.
Here you go. Here's the money. Here's like your assets. Here's more people that like can help you
Just,
develop
like,
this shit.
Like,
looking at Xbox like, here you go, Insomniac.
oh, Sony,
Yeah,
we
bro,
need some
it's
more
been
developers, and
like-
they're like, yes,
Because
take
people
them.
are already salty getting Spider-Man games on PlayStation.
I know.
Now you get
but
a
there's-
Wolverine game. Like, oh my gosh. But like, I don't know.
You can take Avengers from Square Enix.
Yeah,
Crystal Dynamics, I mean.
yeah. They should
That's
do
what
an Avengers game. Do it right.
They should take it from them. Do it right. Make it look like the actors.
But like my question is like, what are they gonna do with it? Because like Spider-Man, it's easier to do an open world, you swinging around the city. But like Wolverine, I feel like I don't know.
Well, I mean,
how you gonna? You're just
Wolverine
gonna be
moves
riding your
fast,
motorcycle
and yeah, like,
around everywhere,
I mean, I
or is it
going to
be like
climb
more
with your claws
linear,
and stuff?
linear story?
It might be
type.
more like a Last of Us type of game.
That's what I
Mhm.
was thinking. Maybe more of like a survival, like more story driven type of
Mhm.
thing.
What if you're hopping through his different timelines?
Oh my
Like,
gosh!
Through his life throughout, like,
Running through the trenches like
World
in
War
like
II.
World War II, just like
Exactly.
slashing. Oh
Or
my
like
gosh.
at the Civil War, even like Civil War, like, you know what I mean? Like all the way up. That would be amazing.
That would
I don't know.
be
Who knows? They didn't show anything.
They didn't
just
show
saw him
anything.
sitting
They didn't even show him. They just his hand
They just showed the hand
Just
and his
hand.
back.
and his back.
And you're
Yeah.
like, yo,
I was like, I thought about it for a minute. Like as I was watching it, I was like, is this really a Wolverine game? Like, no, it can't be. Show enough, man. Like I got a little excited every time I saw Marvel because I was like, oh shit, is this new Marvel game?
Marvel-
Same thing with the LucasArts thing. I was like, a new Star Wars game?
as soon as I saw LucasArts, my eyes lit up. I was like, "Is this?" You know, like what is? Who? And then like that trailer, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" Oh, shit! I said, "It's a remake, yeah, but like it's really exciting."
Yeah. But with just to stay on page with Insomniac right now, with Spider-Man, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Not even just this game, but the next game in the series. I'm assuming there's going to be a third one because like it's hard doing a game in multiples like of the same city. Like you got to imagine it's only in New York. Like there's
Mhm.
you're going to have like the same city every game. How are you going to keep that like fresh every single
Yeah.
time for a lot of people?
Open,
Unless you
open
go
up
to like
buildings and stuff like that.
open up buildings, maybe like bring some Doctor Strange shit into it, pull like different dimension stuff or so. I don't know,
Knows, man.
but like it's going to be interesting to see how they take it down the line. Like instead of like it getting old, going through the same city, it seems like it's just a same game, just new missions type of thing. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Hey, well, how much of New York is open? Is it just Manhattan, or
It's
is it?
the whole
It's the whole thing.
the whole
Oh.
island, pretty much.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's huge.
Well, then, I was
But
going to
you
say
just zip it
each
from there,
game
you
they
can
could
do,
just
like,
open
the
up a
speed.
burrow and just kind of like milk it from there.
Nope, you
No.
go wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah, from the start.
Oh man, never mind.
But yeah, next, I mean, they announced, not even announced, they revealed the gameplay trailer for God of War, which looks absolutely amazing. Like, when I first played the first God of War that came out on PS4, like I don't even know what you would call it because it's like a sequel, but it's kind of like a new storyline. But it took me a while to get into it. It was kind of like Breath of the Wild, but I actually ended up loving God of War after a while. Not like Breath of the Wild, but
I need to retry it. I never finished it.
yeah, I loved it a lot more whenever I went back to it and played through it again. But I am very looking forward to this because I mean, it continues directly off of the ending of the first one, and then it looks like it time jumps as well. Because I mean, the kid's older, Atreus.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like they're going to be fighting like Thor now, and they're looking for Loki and stuff. Like, it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen, you know?
I can't wait to see what that's about, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a game I've
that's-
actually been really wanting to play because that's another
God of
PlayStation
War.
5 game that you get. So
yeah, that's on there too.
I've been wanting to
I
play it.
highly
It's just
recommend that.
time.
Yeah, and it's such a big game too. You can get lost into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was a game also that was kind of pushed back. So I think it was supposed to come out like the end of this year, and now it's pushed back to next year. They also announced Alan Wake Remastered, which kind of that news broke a couple days ago, but they actually showed a trailer today. It looks okay. This is like what we were talking about a little bit earlier, where it's like it looks like they just took the original game and kind of just upped the resolution on it and kind of just slightly improved graphics. It looks kind of like a port in a way.
It doesn't necessarily look like it's a full remake or anything like that. Just kind of HDified. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm still gonna play it. Probably. I'm still gonna probably play it, but it doesn't look as good as I thought it was gonna look. I don't know if you watched the trailer for this one, but it's a new game, a new IP called Forspoken.
I watched that shit.
Where it's like the girl goes through like a portal into like a crazy mystical world with dragons and stuff.
Like a dream world almost.
Like a dream world. And then she has like all these powers. She can like teleport around and do all this crazy shit.
Huh.
And you're fighting monsters. It looks awesome. And it looks gorgeous. Like it looks absolutely gorgeous. The powers look amazing. The open world looks awesome.
What was it called, Wyatt?
It's called Forspoken.
Forspoken.
It looks really cinematic. It looks very kind of like that Horizon game a little bit in a way, like the scope of it, mixed with a little bit of, I don't know, kind of, I would say The Witcher in a way, like kind of how it looks, like kind of the fantasy element to it.
Yeah, it looks awesome though.
The combat
I was really impressed with that.
Crazier than The Witcher's, but it looks pretty cool.
Was this one of the games that was showcased on the PlayStation 5 when it was first released?
It looks like
they showed a small trailer
on it.
Is that okay? Because this looks, and literally the GIF that loaded on Wikipedia, I'm like, I feel like I've seen this game before.
Yeah, they revealed like a tiny little trailer whenever like they revealed the PS5 a little while ago.
Gotcha.
But this was actual, like they showed gameplay footage and everything from it.
Okay,
it looks awesome.
Cool.
And they also announced that the GTA 5 next gen trailer.
Of
and
course.
Like every single time I see a GTA 5 trailer at one of these showcases, I'm like, are you serious?
This is getting old.
This is getting super old.
Can we just up the number by one? Like, then you can call me.
Work on
Where's
6.
GTA 6?
Yeah, work on 6. Why you bothered with this?
I don't want Grand Theft Auto Shark Card.
Yeah, after a certain point, just stop it. We don't need it.
I love the game, but like,
oh, and it was delayed. It comes out next March too.
What, that Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in like November or December. Now it's pushed to March of next year.
Unbelievable. Dude, next year though is looking really good for video games.
Yeah.
Like,
next one here, they've had gameplay trailers on it before. It's called Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't know if you watched this one at all. It looks very strange. It looks like it's by the makers of like I think it was the dude that did like Evil Within and some of the Resident Evils, but it's not really a horror game. It's like a first person game that has to do like I don't even know the story. It looks so confusing. But it looks like Hideo Kojima made it or something.
It does look pretty wild.
Instead of using like weapons and stuff, you're using like powers from your hands and stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not really sold on it, but I just have to see more on it when it comes out. It's one of those games. But I mean, it might be a game I'm interested in. I like their previous games. Like I was saying, I love Evil Within and all that. It is obviously a different kind of game. But it's maybe something I could get interested in. Gran Turismo 7, they also unveiled. That's been in the works for a minute.
That shit look gorgeous.
It looks, every time they release a Gran Turismo, that's like pretty much showcasing what the console can do at that point.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see them all the time.
Bro. Like, and I love Forza, but I don't have an Xbox. So that's my option. And I think I might actually get that. Like, when I get a PS5, I might actually get that Gran Turismo 7, man. That shit looks amazing.
It does. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The cars look photorealistic at this point.
Yep.
They also announced Uncharted remasters of Uncharted 4 and the spin-off game, which I didn't play. Cool. I didn't play the spin-off at all.
I did. It was pretty good, man.
Was it?
I played both of those, yeah, like the Thief's End and that Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
I loved it, man, just because I wanted more Uncharted, and it scratched that itch 100%, even though it
Yeah.
wasn't Nathan Drake.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be one I go back and play eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna get this collection just because I don't really feel the need to replay 4 again. Because I feel like I've played all of them at least like twice now at this point. I don't think I need to revisit Uncharted anymore.
I feel I
Other
played
than
all
that spin-off, since I haven't played it.
I feel like I would definitely play it again.
Yeah, maybe that, like what you're saying, that'll scratch the itch though. Is like playing that spin-off I haven't played.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What?
But those were really the standouts of the show. They also showed a couple like little like games I wasn't really super interested in. Like there's some Radiohead collaboration with Epic Games that's coming out. There's like a Borderlands game
I just read about that.
like,
yeah,
in a fantasy world, kind of like they're role playing or something. I don't know what the storyline is on it.
Tiny
it looks
Tina's
weird.
Wonderlands.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, it's like a Borderlands game. It's a fantasy spin on Borderlands called Tiny Tina's Wonderland. So it's like Borderlands, like just revamped in a way.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, I saw that and I was like, what in the world? Is this Borderlands or what are they doing here? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the heavy hitters that were shown. I mean, all at once. Usually they don't show that too much within those showcases. Usually they'll unveil like one major game and then show some indie games or something. But man, they showed like all the heavy hitters, all like the AAA games that are going to be coming out here.
Man, you forgot Quarantine, the new Rainbow Six game.
Rainbow
I was
Six
just gonna
Quarantine.
say, I was just gonna say
I
the
did
Rainbow
forget
Six
about that.
Extraction is the new
Extraction.
title.
Or Extraction.
I guess it was renamed, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a zombie mode. It's like a zombie game with Rainbow Six.
Mhm.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so the gunplay will be amazing in that shit. You know it will. You know. That'd be an interesting squad game, man.
That might be a squad pickup. It's probably going to be hard as shit too. Rainbow Six games get hard.
Exactly.
It's going to be
so
like
fun.
what were we playing? GTFO.
At least
I
if
don't
it's
think
against
it's
the
that hard.
computer, like I hate when it's against other people because it's like I don't know. Rainbow Six Siege, it's way too hard for me.
I like it.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got into it late. Whenever like the tryhards were already leveled up, they were already knowing what they were doing.
And we're like, how do I plant the C4?
No clue what I'm doing.
How do I plant the C4?
And this person's like one tapping my feet through like a hole in the wall that they cut out like 3 minutes ago. I'm like,
cut out with a knife with his teeth.
I'm like, I'm just trying to jump over this railing.
I'm trying to figure out how to vault up this wall. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out how to put my rope down. I'm dead already.
Oh man. No, it is a good game. I love the gunplay of it. So yeah, if they come out with a good zombie mode that we can play, that'd be great.
That would be fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything else to talk about as far as the showcase?
Other than that, 2022 is looking like it's going to be stacked. Not just from this showcase, but there's a lot of games coming out next year. Like Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out. I mean, all of that,
and the remakes of like Crystal and stuff. Or what is it, Diamond Crystal or Diamond?
Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I think I got those backwards, but either way, you get
something like that.
Yeah.
I thought they were coming on 2021. I thought those two were coming.
Yeah, I thought those were coming this year. Yeah. Oh, but the open world one's coming next year.
Okay.
And then Breath of the Wild 2 comes out next year.
Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out next year, which is good.
A lot of good shit.
I'll take it. I'm excited for next month, to be honest with you. We have 2 good games coming out.
Yeah, we got Back 4 Blood and Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battlefield. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield at the end of the month.
Prepare your wallets, boys.
God damn. Me and Alex played that new Aliens game like 3 times so far. It's fun. It's just hard to get us both on at one time.
Yeah.
To play it. And I don't want to play it by myself.
I
But I've
feel
been
that way
playing
about a
Ghost of
lot of games, to
Tsushima.
be honest.
I went and scooped that PS5 upgrade for Ghost of Tsushima, and I've been playing the new Game Plus mode through that. And oh my god, dude, it was gorgeous on PS4, but it is amazing on PS5. It runs so smooth, and there's no load times in it, and it's just like it's absolutely gorgeous.
An open world game
Yeah.
with no load times.
Yeah,
Like,
like even like when you die, when you fast travel, it just instantly you load right into the next screen. Even like booting it up, whenever you go to the main menu and click continue, it just pops your game right up. Like no load screen. Like you're automatically in it. It's amazing. Like how you just load the open world like nothing.
what is this sorcery? Remember back in the PlayStation 1 day where they built like the mini games into the loading screens? Like,
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you would like do the Dragon Ball shit, you're
This is
like,
like the Budokai games.
Yeah.
Like they had to keep your attention somehow. So, and now they're just gone.
I did have like a gaming story. I'm sure you guys probably saw it at one point. You see that China set a 3-hour weekly video game limit for the children?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
It
is
says,
wild.
those under the age 18 will only be allowed to play from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as public holidays. And it's moved to attempt by Chinese regulators to combat gaming addiction.
Damn, man. They made it a law.
Yeah,
China
like
don't
that's
fuck
that's
around.
crazy.
rough.
Imagine being a kid in China, like, damn, what do you mean I can only play 3 hours a week? Like, I used to play 3 hours
How
a
they gonna
day at
know?
least.
At least.
They're gonna limit their like IPs or something.
They're gonna see like they just gonna be checking people's like bandwidth connect, like what they're like, how much data they're using, and they're like, all right, this is it.
It's time to
Like this-
invest in some
A
VPN
VPN
stock
or something. Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. Like politics aside of it, like that's just wild. But like that's gonna hurt revenue for a lot of gaming companies. I mean,
oh yeah, man,
the Eastern gaming market is
it's huge.
huge compared to the United States, and we play a lot of video games, but they play a lot more than us, and especially like mobile games and stuff. Just
Yeah,
the fact like they're gonna have a mobile phone, but they're not allowed to play games on it. Like that is
Yeah.
insane. I couldn't
with
fathom
phones,
that.
it's probably they can control it a lot more on phones. I'm sure with like the games, like you can only run them.
Well, they
You can
control
it'll
everything.
actually only
Like,
allow you to play it like
yeah.
3 hours or something.
I mean, they control everything: the operating system, the manufacturers, like everything. Like they control all that, and they can. Like
Yeah.
that sucks.
But yeah, I thought that was a pretty crazy story, man. I was like, damn, these kids, these poor kids. Imagine like, you're only going to be able to pay 3 hours. Then you just have to worry, like you're just have anxiety because you don't know what game you're going to play.
And most
like, you have
games
to-
nowadays are very time, and especially like
Very
imagine if you got into an
time-consuming.
MMO, you just quit. Like there'd be no
you
incentive.
playing
to play.
Red Dead Redemption 2 for 3 years.
Oh my god.
You only can play it 3 hours at a time.
I don't know. I couldn't. I think even with my limited schedule, and if I even took Monday nights aside, I think I still play mobile games for 3 hours.
It could have made it
cumulatively,
more
like
than 3 hours.
over a week. Like I definitely play Pokemon Go for more than 3 hours a week without even
Yeah.
trying.
I
Like,
feel like it's overkill. Like, man, why couldn't you did like, I don't know, 20 hours a
Like-
week, 15 hours
Yeah.
or something. 10 hours maybe, but 3,
I was gonna say like 10 hours,
10 hours,
they're
whatever.
kids. Like
3
this
hours
is-
a week.
Or just say weekends. Like you could play on the weekends or something. I don't know.
Like I can get that
At
there's
night.
some sort of benefit to limiting kids playing video games, but I feel like that's like bringing a tank to a stick fight. Like that is way overkill.
So you can only play like after a certain point at night, like they said 8 or 9 p.m.
Hmm.
Like most people aren't going to be outside at that point. You're already at your house.
Yeah. So what if they play till midnight?
Yeah.
I think Vernon said I used to play 4 hours at least a night.
Yeah.
get off
dude.
work.
Real.
Make my supper, chill, and then I'd just play video games until it was
I
time to
probably-
watch The Office and fall asleep.
Same.
That Dragon Ball Z game on my phone, like collectively throughout the day, I probably play that like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like whether it's sitting there playing itself or not, because that game you can put on auto and it'll just kind of
Yes.
do shit for you. So
Like-
I'm telling you.
We went to the park this afternoon. I had Pokemon Go up while the kids are playing there. They're running around and jumping and hurting themselves. I'm spinning Pokestops and checking for shinies. Like, that's 3 hours is way too little,
Yeah.
even for a kid. Like, what else do they have to do? Study? Learn?
Study.
Get
Twiddle
an
the thumbs.
education?
Play kick the can.
Yeah.
Play kick the can.
Probably not even allowed to do that.
The stick and wheel. They just pushing that wheel down like with the stick, like the 1920s or
The ball
some
and
shit.
cup.
That's all they want them to do.
The ball and cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get the ball in the cup.
It's a ball in a cup. You gotta get the ball in the cup. No, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the only other thing I had here, this was awesome. This was a crazy. I figured Vern would be interested in this. Apparently, billionaire Mark Lore unveiled his plans for Telosa, which is a sustainable metropolis he wants to build on 150,000 acres of desert.
Ooh.
I saw something about that.
And it could be in Nevada, Utah, or Idaho. He just needs 400 billion funding to do it.
I saw he's looking for somebody to invest in it.
Yeah,
He's like, I
he
got
wants
this
to-
great idea.
He wants to build
it
a
out.
metropolis in the desert, like just make a whole new city.
It's called
That's-
Las Vegas.
So
Yeah,
he only
Las
needs
Vegas,
a
like you took
modest,
our idea.
just a modest
our-
$400 billion. That's all.
Yeah, he's like, I got a great idea, guys. I just need maybe like $400 billion.
See that,
But
and I
the-
was like reading it and everything, and then when I got to the point where it's like, you just asked for 400, I was like, oh,
I
This
mean,
dude.
to be fair, let's think about it. If it's a sustainable metropolis,
Yeah.
I mean, it could pay
I
itself
saw
back.
another
Like-
one that like a guy wants to build like an underwater city, like fucking BioShock type shit. Like he wants to build like an Atlantis type city. Just like, I don't know how you would do it, like a dome underwater or something, but like build a sustainable city underwater.
what about
Like-
earthquakes?
You'd be fucked. I don't know. I don't know how you would do that.
That shit would
I don't
be
even know how
crazy.
you would build a city under the water. Like
Imagine that shit flooding. Like,
done.
imagine the
Everybody
dome
in there
cracking,
done.
I
just
mean,
filling up.
imagine you're playing underwater baseball and the ball just cracks the dome and you're just like, ah, shit.
It would have to
Ah,
be. It would have to be like super duper thick.
Be thick.
Be thick. Withstand all the pressure.
like the real dome.
Oh my god, don't. I'll be here for days.
No one's ready to hear talk about that.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
I can't.
Oh god.
I can't. I remember. Oh,
Nobody ready to hear that.
nah. I do have something for the next episode. It does involve conspiracy theories. I will say that
Dun, dun, dun.
it does involve conspiracy theories. So get your tinfoil hats ready.
Oh shit! You gonna break out another tinfoil hat for us?
No.
Damn it!
Oh my god, I do think about that with like every time I see a bunch of people sharing stuff on Facebook, I'm like, they're like 2 posts away from like tweeting a flat Earth thing or like sharing something about the flat Earth. I'm waiting for it. There's some people on my Facebook feed. I'm like, they're about to share something. I know it. Oh my god. But why you actually brought up kind of like a fun little topic I had.
Okay.
You mentioned about with like the 400 billion, it just kind of reminded me. Have you guys ever browsed Reddit and just looked over some of like the shower thoughts? Have you ever been on that
No,
subreddit? It's wild. I had one today, and that's what sparked that. And one of them had to do with Jeff Bezos with the whole $4 billion. But today I had one. And I just want to know. I wanted to run a few by you guys and see if you've had any of these thoughts yourself, like these weird
Okay.
realizations that like don't matter, but they're mind blowing, but also like who cares at the same time. So the one I was thinking of today was I'm on my way, or we were coming back from going out with the kids, and we stopped to get some ice cream. I'm eating my ice cream cone as one does, and as I'm swallowing it, I'm thinking, by the time you're done with the ice cream in your mouth, you're just drinking milk. Like,
What?
you know what I mean? Like, by the time the ice cream has melted and
it goes
it's
to your
going
stomach.
down your throat, it's pretty much just sugar milk.
I never thought about that. No.
Like, it took me like 4 or 5 swallows. Like, I'm just confirming this thought here. I'm just like, yeah, this is just like drinking milk.
That's so random, man.
But you've never had a thought like that like it's so stupid, but it's also like, huh? Like, it almost makes you.
I always forget them. Like, to be honest, like I always forget them.
Well,
I have never thought about ice cream like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never thought about that one though.
Let me run a few by you guys to see if some of these, and this is all from Shower Thoughts subreddit, so obviously this is not like all credit to the people that came up with these. Hell, this one's messed up. Oh, there it is. Jeff Bezos actually has more money than brain cells. Like, so the average person has, let me find it, it is roughly, it's like 80 to 100 billion neurons in their brain.
And this dude's got more money than brain
dollars.
cells.
He almost has $2 per brain cell.
Wow, man. That's crazy. That's a crazy fact.
That is
crazy.
Ridiculous. This one's kind of, a couple having sex in public will be considered less disturbing than a single person masturbating in public. Like, think about it. Like, if you saw a couple
that's
in public,
definitely less disturbing.
it is way less disturbing.
If I see a couple of public, I'm just like, mind my business.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If I see a dude jerking off in public, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Like,
what are you doing, man? What the fuck?
Yo, like, this dude's over here jerking off, like, making it all public so this dude gets in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. This dude's over here jerking off.
I see a couple of people, I'll be like,
yeah, sorry to disturb you. But let me see. So when millennials become senior citizens, dial-up internet will be their version of walking 20 miles in the snow just to get to school, which it almost already is.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I talk to younger people, I kind of,
they're like, dial up. I'll be like, yo, the internet was like, it was so loud, it was crazy. You could hear.
This one is actually kind of interesting. When you do math in your head, so 75 plus 25 feels like the most reasonable thing ever, but 65 plus 35 is kind of weird.
It does feel weird.
Yeah.
Make you feel uncomfortable.
Wait, what?
Make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Someone in the comments made a good point. It was but like, if you think of like 66 plus 33, you instantly know what that is, right? Like, it's
99.
Yeah, it's all fractions. Like 75 and 25 is like 3/4, and you can easily imagine 66 and 33. Like, it's pretty much 2/3.
Yeah.
Man.
It just makes you feel comfortable.
This is the last one that was on here. This is just the top stuff that was this month. But any bookmark worth more than $1 is just a waste of money because you could just use the dollar.
That's very true. That's crazy. Whoa. So, like, if I don't get a bookmark that's free, I'm not getting it because I could just use the fucking dollar. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that one. On bookmarks.
That one was pretty crazy.
People out here wasting money on bookmark.
Yeah, Reddit is full of just some of the most. Let's just see what the top one is of all time. I'm just gonna read it without even reading it. Whoever created the tradition of not seeing the bride in the wedding dress beforehand saved countless husbands everywhere from hours of dress shopping and will forever be a hero to all men. What? That's the top one of all time.
It's very similar to a site I used to go to way back in the day, just called High Thoughts, and it was just people get just super go to outer space, and then they just like come up with ridiculous thoughts, and then it's like auto generated, so you just click next, and it just keeps bringing up all these new ones. It was awesome.
That's honestly That's pretty much.
It's probably the same thing. They're probably interchangeable.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like messed up. When you're a kid, you don't realize you're also watching your mom and dad grow up.
Yeah, that is some weird shit. I
Ugh.
think about that as an adult
Mm-hmm.
because like when I'm raising a kid and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, like I feel like I'm still growing as a person. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he's seeing that, but he doesn't. I don't think he realizes that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's crazy.
There was another one actually that I know I skimmed by it. I read it earlier today. Actually, it was like when someone is elderly, you see them as elderly, but they've lived their whole lives not thinking they're elderly. So the idea of being old is new to them. Like they've lived their lives as like 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and now that they've gotten to that age, it's all still new to them. Where you're seeing like, oh, it's just an old person. They've always been old. Like it's just weird. Like you see yourself younger than you really are most of the time until it's
too late.
Too late. Today, when I was actually getting my hair cut, I had my glasses off and I wasn't really looking at myself because my hair was so freaking long. It was over my eyes. So when she was done cutting it, I looked up and I looked at myself like right in the mirror. And I don't know why I noticed it today over all days, but I was like, man, I got wrinkles. Like I looked older for the first time. Like I actually looked at myself and I'm like, ooh, I look older. Like I could see my eyes just did not look as youthful as they used to. Man.
You're gonna start using that cream on your eyes.
No, I'm not there yet. I'm not even gonna be there, to be honest. I'll embrace it.
I notice every time I shave, bro, because I know I have because we have like these like 4 lights above the mirror in the bathroom, and it's just bright as shit. So I could see all the gray hairs I have on the side of my head, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? And every time, bro, there's just more and more. They just keep popping up. They're in my beard.
I'm not.
I get them in my beard. I haven't really seen any in my head, but like in my beard all the time.
I haven't seen gray at all anywhere, but you want to know why I've been avoiding a haircut? It's because of this. That's why. Every day it gets more and more back this way.
Every day.
That's why you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it super long up front, so it just covers. So the farther back it goes, it's still covering.
I'm gonna have the DT comb over here.
Just don't buy a convertible.
Dude, it was actually kind of funny. The lady shaved my hair, or like the sides of my hair off first, and she left so I had the straight up like emo fringe for a good minute or two. I was tempted to just be like, just keep it.
Yeah.
Just keep it. And like walk out of there with a whole different persona.
Keep it and dye it black.
Flipping it and shit.
Walk out like Tobey Maguire in Spiderman 3.
Yeah, exactly.
When Brittany and the kids are in the car waiting for me to get my hair cut, I'm gonna come out with like
just dark hair. Like, hey, life is pain.
Life is pain, man.
Hey kids, you want to go sulk?
System tries to drag us down every day. Don't be a part of it.
Don't be a part of it. Don't conform.
Don't conform. Conformist pigs.
Not conformist. Oh my god. That is one of my favorite episodes of South Park, though. The first episode with the goth kids.
Just a poser.
I need to finish those games, man.
I know.
Oh my god. I bought them both with every intention of playing the fucking shit out of them. And I played the first one a lot, but I just stopped.
Yeah.
Oh. I played them both. I played Fractured Butthole in the past. That's such a funny name. I played that shit in the past, but I haven't played it.
Hold
I haven't
on.
played it.
I just got it. I never got the name of the game.
Yeah, man.
I never knew that.
Butthole.
Yeah, Fractured Butthole.
I didn't know that.
It's ridiculous.
I've never actually said it out loud like that. And then when Vernon said it, and then he chuckled afterward. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
It's like saying it out loud. It's so funny.
Fractured Butthole. Okay. Anyway, continue.
That's all I'm saying. I really need to start playing them. I want to beat them both.
Oh my god. Yeah. I those are games I've actually been really wanting to play. I mean, I don't own them, but they're definitely on my list after a billion other things.
Yeah.
I
This is
watched a
getting
lot of
real
gameplay
interesting.
of the Stick of Truth actually.
Stick of Truth is awesome.
Like I think I watched like
I
3
liked
games
them both, but I really enjoyed Stick of Truth.
It's hilarious, man. So far, I love the scene. I think that's the one with Randy on the spaceship.
I'm trying to remember.
Randy's on the spaceship getting probed and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
I think that's the
bro.
second one.
Is it?
Possibly. I think
Maybe
it
I
might.
beat the first one,
It's been a
but
minute.
like
It's been a while.
played that
since
part
I played them.
either back in the past or here recently, and it's hilarious, man. Like I love that shit so much. I am gonna start playing that again.
Isn't Butters special like a Kamehameha wave or something? As Professor
I don't
Chaos.
remember.
I don't even remember, man. But then
Second
I just
shit.
remember whenever he does his special, it goes to like the anime
yeah.
art style. He's like Professor Chaos, like he does his thing. That game is awesome, man. It's so funny. And they're making another one too, which is going to be like I can't wait for that.
That's
Who knows
the
what that one's
open
gonna be
world.
like.
Wait, no. It was a 3D.
Yeah, it said 3D South Park game, which is going to be interesting. Like the old PS1 64
Open
game,
world
like
game.
the snow where you're throwing snowballs at turkeys and
Could
stuff.
you imagine
Yeah.
open world South Park? The shit that you would see. Like imagine a South Park brought to life.
I mean,
like
it
Grand
kind of
Theft Auto.
is like in the 2 games that are out. They're
Really?
open world, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can walk around South Park and go anywhere.
God.
It's just
It's
in
just on the
2D.
2D plane.
Yeah,
Which I feel makes sense in the scope of South
yeah,
Park.
and you can
Like,
actually go in people's houses and shit. Like you can
And like every house.
in every house. Yeah, it's
Wow.
all open world. You can go to Canada, and the best part is when you go to Canada, it turns 8-bit like a Nintendo
Yeah.
game.
of course it
And
does.
you just like a little 8-bit character walking around. It plays like 8-bit music while it's going.
That's ridiculous. That's like I remember. I mean, I know
These
it's
motherfuckers putting it all on the kicker, Vern.
I know.
I'm sorry to bring it up, but like
Sorry.
these motherfuckers,
I'm
like
sweating over here. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't believe Greg
These
Zerline even made
Buccaneers-
that kick.
like I can't believe he caught that ball and
I
then went out of
know.
bounds. But like Brady's just like hiking the ball, just throwing it out of bounds each time, just
I
to get
know,
like
this shit's
time go off the
ridiculous.
clock. And now it's 4th down, and like, yeah, go ahead. You have to make this field goal now.
I'm just like, what's gonna happen here? Are the Bucks gonna win? Are we gonna start the week off with a good pick or what?
I was just gonna say
Sorry.
He
I
made
haven't
it.
looked. So Dallas is winning by 1.
He made it.
He made it.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Never
I gotta win this shit. It's down to 2 seconds.
Dak Prescott got 2 seconds.
mind.
Fuck them
That's
Cowboys.
Another Brady come from behind. That's fucking crazy.
Dude, they only had like a minute. Like a minute.
Tom Brady
20
came down
seconds.
a minute and got fucking victory.
Hey,
That
the
shit
kicker
is
got some
crazy.
points. That's all I cared about.
That was a smart move, bro. Like they were just hiking it, chilling,
Just throw it
throw it out
out.
of bounds. Like that way,
That was
you
the
kneel it, you don't lose those yards. It's smart. Tom Brady knows. These Buccaneers proving why they won the Super Bowl.
They're crap.
But yeah, anyway. I just that was crazy. That was the very end of the game.
No, yeah, that was. I haven't been following it, but that's.
Looking like we started off 1-0, Vern.
Oh yeah.
All
Go ahead and
right.
make sure you watch that video of us on our picks. We already want to know.
We already want to know. So stay tuned because we going to be making more picks throughout the whole season. We got an extra game this year. But yeah, man, you guys got anything else as far as the podcast?
Not really. Man.
Yeah, I really don't have anything. This would be our shortest episode yet by far, honestly.
By far.
By far. But I mean, that's not a bad thing. I think we talked about a lot, honestly.
Felt like we talked about it a lot.
Yeah. Felt good.
Felt good.
As long as it feels good. But yeah, if you guys are good, I'll wrap us up here. So Alex must have went to sleepy sleep. We just
I did what I did on Monday, man.
That's crazy. We'll
all
replay
good.
Dark
It
Carnival,
happens.
Vernon. We'll
Would've
know
been
what
funny
to
if,
do.
Be funny if he like
Yes.
FaceTimed in, just like, "Hey guys," like from
It's
somewhere.
like he's wearing it.
I'm wearing it
All
again.
All like, bro. We had a
I'm at Key
podcast.
West. Like, I didn't even know what. How'd you get to Key
I was
West?
just at football practice with you, man. What the hell?
Crazy story.
It's like
Look, check it
crazy
out. I'm wearing a
story.
Cody shirt again.
I'm down here on the beach. Like he just
Yeah, you only saw him like what, 3 hours ago? 4 at this point, I guess.
I like 8, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we'll redo Dark Carnival, Vernon. We'll blow right through it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Be easy.
You can
we'll-
use that
we'll-
for the extra week at the end of the.
Honestly, we could do that next Thursday if you guys want.
Well, not even just that, but I'm saying like because we were saying we talked about it last week where going
Oh,
from
yeah.
that level on, we would finish a week before
Back for Blood.
comes out, so we have an extra week to play something in that
Yeah.
window. So we can
I
play it
mean, I
then, or we can
put
play
that
it
too.
now, and then it'll cover us up until Back for
I'm
Blood.
honestly either or, but that would be fine with me too if we just wrap back and got it at the end. As
We
long
can
as
do
I
that.
play it, I just want to play it.
Yeah,
We could
it's a
honestly
fun level, man.
I mean, if you're not down for the challenge, Vernon, I mean, we could just run through it like on easy mode and just for the storyline aspect and then go to the next one. That's up to
Nah,
you.
nah. Ask Wyatt if I'm okay with that.
We did
Hell
switch it
nah.
to normal, so maybe only on the last part. Only on the last part we switched it to normal. So
Bro, I put Miles Morales on spectacular on the hardest difficulty. Every game I play, I try to put it on. I put it on the hardest difficulty. If it's a single player game, especially,
nah.
I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. I could beat this fucking game on the hardest difficulty. You know what I mean? And until I'm proven wrong, I keep it on the hard. I'm playing through Miles Morales is easy as shit on spectacular, man. I'm tearing. But like, I'm telling you, bro, like forever now, every game I put this on the hardest difficulty, and if I can't beat it, then I'll put it down. But I would try. I will put that shit.
Nah,
Play that shit for the story.
I put
Fuck
it
that shit.
on normal.
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 Bro,
The way the
Oh,
developer intended.
it's not spectacular.
He's cutting now.
Okay,
He's so
well-
mad.
Pissed. You gotta put that shit on the hardest difficulty.
I don't got time to be pissed at my video games. That's what I play multiplayer games for.
The chat. Bunch of
Can't do it, bro.
Life throws me enough
Listen,
challenges.
I go
want them in
to
my
the
video
harder
games.
difficulty. I go to the harder difficulty after I play it once. Most of the
Oh,
time.
you put on the hardest difficulty. You're just like,
Nah.
you just experience that shit like a madman. I'm telling you.
Because then I don't ever experience the disappointment like, I'm not good enough for this game. I got to lower it down to medium difficulty. I just play through it.
Just beat it on the hardest difficulty. You struggle through it. You fucking,
Nah, bro.
that's where you build character.
Nah.
If it's a 20 or 30 hour game, I don't want to struggle through it. I want to go through it.
That's how you build character.
If it's on medium, it should have harder parts to it too, like how it's intended.
Put the shit down. Just be like, this is fucking boring. I ain't get the fucking challenge out of this, man. Just goddamn, just walk
But,
the park right now.
But there are games even medium difficulty is hard for some
Yeah,
games.
like that's what I mean. Like, when it
Yeah.
proves to me that shit's no joke, then I put
Yeah.
it down.
The Witcher
Otherwise,
was like, in the beginning, it was really hard. And then, like, as soon as you got a few things unlocked, it was just like, square.
yeah, beat it on Game Plus too. But like, that's one that I out the gate, I put it on the hardest difficulty, and they're like, okay, and it proved like proves because
Smash.
fucking drowners and fuck, like everything was fucking me up. Dogs and fucking like, I had to change it. I had to learn my lesson.
Yeah. While we're on the subject of The Witcher, before we go, I'll just end with this. You guys have to watch that animated Netflix movie on The Witcher. Dude, it was like at first I'm watching it and it's super bloody, so it's kind of cool. But I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, like I got to get used to these characters. I got to know who I'm dealing with, like, cause it's a backstory. I don't know where what's happening, and then I hear the name Vesemir drop, and I'm like, ooh, I'm interested, because now it's like leading up to like right before the series, and it's like, oh, it's so good. You get to see little
So it's
kid
actually
Geralt.
connected to the actual show.
So in the show, and the Witcher games, so Kaer Morhen kind of like, there's only like 4 or 5 Witchers really still around right now, and you meet them throughout the game. So Vesemir's kind of like their dad in an adopted sense. So you get to see how that came about, because before that happened, it was more of like an operation. Like there was a lot of Witchers and there was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they were training them there.
So you get to see pretty much the fall of Kaer Morhen, and it's really good.
Yeah,
it's spectacular, to be honest.
That's awesome
with that. So, and it's gory and bloody, and it's cool.
I definitely want to see that shit.
I think you play the fall of Kaer Morhen in the first game.
Yeah, I
have the first game on my PC. I played it for a little while, but it's a game I just fell out of after a certain point.
Yeah, because in the backstory, I mean, I guess I won't spoil anything, but yeah, you get to see you get to see who is it? It's Geralt. Oh, there's a few other Witchers that you actually meet throughout the storyline, and then like as the names come up, you're like, oh, hey, I know who that kid is. Like what's his name? Can't remember it anymore. Not that important. But yeah, like there's a little kid that shows up, and right away you're like, this son of a bitch is Geralt. Like I can just tell. He doesn't have white hair, I'll tell you that. He's not a kid with white hair and a scar, but you gotta watch it. It's really good. So
yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I want to watch that Castlevania anime show too.
Someone at work was just telling me about that. So yeah, that's another person that's recommended that.
Yeah, I heard it's good, and I heard it's pretty, like, it's short too, like it's easy to watch.
That's what I like. Consumable content.
That's shit I like.
But all right, if you guys don't got anything else, we can wrap it up here.
I'm good, man. Make sure to check out all of our content, because we got a lot of it coming, especially here in October, spooky month. Spooky month.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow all the socials. They're all down there. Be sure to check out the minute episode that'll be coming out. If you want a nice little recap, if you've watched it this far, I guess you really don't need that, but
Hey, maybe you just want to watch the shortened version of the episode sometime. You don't want to watch the full hour or whatever again.
Maybe you just want to go back and just relive this 59 minutes.
Nice, relaxing episode talking about video games.
Yeah, be sure to check out Squad Pod Sports, and if you can't watch the full episode of Squad Pod Sports, at least watch Wyatt and Vernon's picks for the week. At least with football season, you got like what is it, like 20 weeks of football content 17. Coming your way?
17. Well, more than 7 because
52 weeks of football content realistically.
Yeah, but technically
52
17 weeks of the season.
Yeah. But we gonna make picks, and we already want to know. Last year we did really well, so hey, I'm gonna make bets on our picks, but I can't tell you to make bets on our picks. But hey, if you do, that's not our problem. That's not our fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, we passed 800 on Twitter, so make sure we're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you haven't already, go to @SquadPodSports and follow us. Help us reach 1K by the end of the year.
Absolutely.
I did want to promote that.
Yeah, definitely. The Waves 5 Twitter I just have not used. So Squad Pod Sports Twitter one is definitely more active. But yeah, we got everything else down in the description. Be sure to check out Squad Night on Mondays. We'll be doing Dark Carnival again probably this week. So
look out for that.
It's always fun in there. So but yeah, I guess we won't see you next week, but we will still see you, just not here. Not in this setting. So
yeah, but we'll see you around.
Thanks for watching. Take care.